Thailand is pressing ahead with a permanent fence along parts of its border with Cambodia.
សារព័ត៌មានរបស់ស្ថានីយ៍ទូរទស្សន៍អាល្លឺម៉ង់ DW បានចុះទៅយកព័ត៌មានផ្ទាល់នៅតំបន់ព្រំដែនក្នុងខេត្តបន្ទាយមានជ័យនិងខេត្តព្រះវិហារបង្ហាញពីការកាន់កាប់ដោយខុសច្បាប់របស់យោធាថៃមកលើទឹកដីកម្ពុជា
Thailand is pressing ahead with a permanent fence along parts of its border with Cambodia. Tensions continue to run high between the two Southeast Asian neighbors nearly a year after their worst border clashes in decades. Thailand and Cambodia have been in a long-running territorial dispute centering around colonial-era maps and ancient religious sites, the most important being the Preah Vihar Temple. The frontier remains heavily militarized and crossings remain shut as fears mount that fighting could flare up again. DW's Georg Mattes was given rare access to the Cambodian side of the border.
Watching every move their Thai neighbors make, I have been given permission to visit Cambodian forces at their positions along the border with Thailand. Tensions remain high despite a ceasefire. The Thai side has established what it calls a safety perimeter to protect its citizens from Cambodian snipers. But the soldiers here tell my translator that Thailand is illegally occupying Cambodian land.
If you see, this is Thai side. This is what used to be Cambodian here. And now they have to move almost 2 kilometers from here.
Close to 150 people were killed and at least 300,000 displaced during 2 rounds of fighting between Thailand and Cambodia last year. Each country accused the other of starting the clashes. Cambodian soldiers, many of them wearing civilian clothes, show me the destruction. The area remains closed to civilians.
The 155mm artillery shells exploded all around this house. They kept firing and firing. It just didn't stop.
Much of the border still looks like a battlefield, with bunkers everywhere. At another border crossing, soldiers show me what they say is a Thai truck left behind during the last offensive. Both sides frequently accuse each other of violating the ceasefire. Right here, this is as far as you can get on the Cambodian side of the border. I was here in exactly the same location last year after the first round of fighting, and back then this Thai military post was 400 meters down the road. So that means since the second round of fighting in December last year, it has shifted. Thailand says the military posts form the new safety perimeter, and its troop deployment line is exactly where it should be under the ceasefire signed by both parties. Cambodia disagrees. It says more than 20,000 of its citizens are now living in shelters because they are unable to return home. One of them is 74-year-old Yuan, who says she lost her house to Thailand. A few months ago, she moved into this waiting village with 8 of her children and grandchildren. Thousands of people now live in these so-called waiting villages that have sprung up along the Thai-Cambodian border. Officially, they're temporary settlements, but with little hope of the conflict being resolved anytime soon, people are starting to build new lives here. Yuan has planted a mango tree in her front yard. She has little hope of returning home anytime soon. She and her husband settled close to the border around 30 years ago. Now she says she will never forget the day she had to flee and seek shelter at a temple.
They asked me, "Where have you come from? Why don't you have a sleeping mat, a mosquito net, or a blanket?" I told them I couldn't bring anything. My husband and I only had about €1 with us. Then I sat down and started crying.
Thailand is the stronger country, both militarily and economically. Much of the local economy here depended on the open border. Now just clearing the unexploded ammunition will take a long time, officials say. Demining teams are concentrating first on hospitals and schools. This is just one of many factories along the 800-kilometer border between the two countries that is now closed down. And it's a good example for the kind of economic pain this border conflict is inflicting, particularly for Cambodia. Like many younger people here, Yuen's daughter used to work as an agricultural laborer on the Thai side of the border. Now she is unemployed. The waiting villages, each housing thousands of people, are safe. But they have been built in the middle of nowhere, far from jobs and basic infrastructure.
I want our leaders to help me find work so I can earn some money and send my children to school. But I can't go anywhere. I just stay at home and look after my children. My parents are also getting very old.
On our final day, we want to visit a key contested area, a remote temple deep in the mountains facing Thailand. But the soldiers are concerned that new fighting could break out at any moment, so we are stopped. The conflict is hurting both countries economically, and it's also damaging politically. It makes cooperation inside ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, much harder, where Cambodia and Thailand are supposed to work together as partners and neighbors. And until this conflict is resolved, it is the people here in the border region on both sides who will keep paying the highest price.